What's up, guys? Matt here, coming at you with a brand new brushless kit for the TRX 4M from Injora. Now, I don't do a whole lot with the 4M anymore, so I'm going to be putting in this Ascent 18. Now, this is a fully waterproof, sensored motor setup, so going to be super smooth, waterproof. That's very cool. This in-runner motor is something a little bit different than what we've been seeing with all of the outrunner motors. It is a bit bulky with all of the long wires and stuff. So I don't know that this is going to be something we want to be putting in like a tight comp style build or anything like that. But for a simple trail truck or a light performance based truck, it's probably going to be a pretty good pick. So we do have an app for tuning and all of that. So we're going to check it out. We're going to get it installed in here, see how it runs. It does come with your adapter for a Traxxas battery and a Dean's battery as well. It has this XT30 installed on it out of the box, and honestly, I run these JSTs on pretty much everything. I would rather just see these. But the XT30 is not a bad connector at all. I just don't really use it. So I'm gonna have to adapt it or cut this and, you know, change the end, whatever. I'd rather see a JST, to be 100% honest. But another cool thing that this does have is this aux cable here. So we're going to be able to connect this to our receiver and be able to adjust one of the settings, whichever we choose in the app, through the transmitter. So if you want to have like an adjustable drag brake where you can turn it up or down on a dial on your transmitter, we should be able to do that. This is very similar to what Castle does with their aux cables, and I love having those ESCs that have that. It just gives us extra tuning on the fly. Even though this has an app that you can pull up quickly on your phone, you can have it right there on the transmitter to change whatever you want to change. So let's take a quick look at the size comparison of this, and then we'll get it installed. So you can see I've been running the MBL 32 in here with the purple Viper motor. Honestly, I just kind of put that in here and tested it out a little bit. Really haven't ran this truck much. It's kind of a test unit. So we're going to be pulling that and installing this one. But these are pretty similar in size. A little thicker, a little taller, but a little more narrow. So probably close to the same sort of footprint as the MBL 32. Now the motor here, definitely larger. And this is a 4800 kV, so a very high kV motor. I'm curious to see how it runs in the Ascent 18. Being censored, it should be pretty smooth, but that's pretty high kV, so we should have a lot of wheel speed. It's going to be interesting. This is 2 to 3S capable, so we can also run 3S on it. We're going to get this installed, see how it runs, and go from there. All right, as you can see, pretty clean install here. This motor does mount straight up to the stock Ascent transmission. This was an 11-tooth pinion included on here, which will work in this truck. I do kind of like the shape of this ESC being a little more narrow. It and the power switch, as you can see, fit well on one slider. And then my 2S pack on the other. And my 3S will fit as well and be pretty even on weight probably. So actually pretty clean install. We've got a bunch of wires here. I just kind of coiled them up for now because this is kind of a test unit. Who knows how long this will be in here, but pretty clean, easy, simple install. One thing that I did is kind of hooked this aux up to my servo BEC. So you can see here I'm running at like a standard 6 volts or something. And if I hit this switch, that bumps me to like 7.6 or 8 or something. And the app, I'm not really going to show you the app because Injora said to hold off on that for a bit until they kind of get it finalized. So we'll revisit that at a later point, but you actually have a slider for your BEC. So you can go all the way down to basically 0 or way up to like, I don't know what this maxes out at, but on the app it went to like 10 or something. So it's just a slider. So it's like infinitely adjustable, or not infinite, you know, but you can go 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4. So it's pretty neat that you can kind of just hit a little plus minus or slide that up or down to whatever you want it to be. So here you can see if I want to save a little, you know, heat, a little power, I'm just kind of trailing along simple. I can just run it like this, and then when I hit that, I think you can see how much faster that is. So it's pretty cool. You can also set it up to run like a drag brake, as I mentioned earlier, something like that. You could go from 0 to 100 or whatever you chose. There's several different settings that you can assign that aux to. So we'll have to play around with that more when we play with the app. But as you can see, very smooth, slow crawl. We're going to take this over here on the course, put it in a few binds, but seems to do really well, even with this being a 4800 kV motor. Transition to reverse, super smooth. You can also adjust your reverse speed. So it's set at 50%, at least this one was. So I bumped it to 100. I like to have full reverse as well as my throttle. So it's got quite a bit of wheel speed. That's on 2S, guys. So this thing is gonna rip for sure. Let's throw a 3S in here, see what it does real quick, and then we'll go around on the course. So we'll take a quick look at the 2S here with wheel speed. That's really quick on 2S. And here we are on 3S. And I'm going to crawl on 3S just so you guys can see the control on 3S as well. It's got a lot of rip on 3S. So we're going to run this on the indoor course just to show you guys why we're not running outside. Just because we've got a waterproof ESC and motor in this thing doesn't mean I'm waterproof and I'm willing to go out in this rain. So sorry, but we did make a few laps around the indoor course and this thing was insanely smooth. So I've ran several brushless combos for the Ascent 18, and I'm just going to say this is probably the smoothest overall that I've ran on stock gearing, period. There is no transition feel to this system. That's one of the main things with any of the brushless combos in the Ascent 18. You guys probably know a lot of times people will go with the underdrive transmission or something like that from Injora to kind of gear that thing where it needs to be. But with this system, oh my gosh, insanely smooth, and the wheel speed is unbelievable. I'm actually in love with the wheel speed that I get on a 3S in this. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. And you'll see in a couple spots where I really put that wheel speed to use. But this is really, really good. I'm a little bit surprised, to be honest. Like, I thought it was going to be pretty good. Injora's put a lot of work into this one, but it actually blew me away. And really, it's just the fact that it is as smooth as it is all the way through the throttle and has all of that crazy wheel speed. The 4800 kV just works with that censored wire. It makes all the difference. I just don't feel that transition that normally you feel with the Ascent 18 especially. So I do look forward to the official release on this where I can get you guys some more info once the app is finished up. It's looking really good what they've got so far. I tried to throw a couple screenshots in here to show you guys a little bit, but it's pretty cool. You know, there's a lot of tuning to it, and it's really cool that they've got an app for their stuff now. You know, I love what they had done in their previous releases, and they just keep getting better. So when I do know more about this as far as price and all of that stuff, we will revisit it and check on the app and all of that. So I just wanted to kind of show it to you guys. I wasn't even going to do a video on it because I don't know much about it, but I kind of got excited about it and thought, you know what, it's pretty cool. It's something that's coming, and they don't mind us putting it out there, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. So I appreciate you guys watching, and look forward for a future video on this and, an official release. So thanks to Injora for all the work they put into this and sending it over, and I'll leave you guys with a little bit of crawling. Hope you enjoy it. Check out this wheel speed. Peace.